Okay, so today is June 4th, 2024, and we have two great things happening today. First is the Venus Kazimi, which is this Venus's conjunction with the Sun. And basically, you know, during all of May, Venus was at home in Taurus, but it was actually under the beams, meaning like the closing out of a cycle. And the cycle that it was closing out was the last superior conjunction with the Sun, which was October 22nd, 2022, at 22 degrees of Libra. But another way, and so basically, now is the start of it's like the fertilization of a new Sun Venus cycle. And this one's in Gemini. And the last time we had a similar situation with this Sun Venus conjunction was in Gemini was 2016. So June 2016, there's like a parallel to this Kazimi that's going on right now. So you can either look back at that time and kind of view it as a parallel in a sense, but also if you go back to if you want to look at it from another lens, like how we look at lunations with new moon and full moon, and then it wanes back down to the new moon again. So June 2020 was when we had retrograde Venus conjunct the Sun in Gemini. So if you look at that as like a new phase, then this is the full moon phase, the full Venus phase of that. So that is, the start of this new Sun-Venus cycle. There's a lot of harmony in the air now, and a lot of things that were kind of hidden will come back. Although this Venus, and another important thing is this Venus is becoming an evening star now because it will rise later than the Sun. It had been a morning star, and so that's why it had its morning set on the end of April. And now it's going to be conjunct the Sun in Kazimi, which is like putting a planet in the solar furnace, which purifies it. But we won't really see Venus in the sky until about July 10th, when there's like a 10-degree separation from the Sun. So that's also important to keep in mind. And then the Mercury conjunct Jupiter today in the sign of Gemini, it's like, which is ruled by Mercury. I feel like this really opens both right brain and left brain kind of insights. And we've already had the Mercury-Uranus conjunction, which should have given you maybe a new something kind of like a new kind of idea, a breakthrough. So this kind of goes along with that energy, and it's kind of like when you have a really good idea and you just like you feel it's beyond just kind of like, oh, it's just an idea. Like you really feel in tune with that. And Jupiter, actually, since we're talking about under the beams and then conjunction and stuff, so Jupiter, May was a good month, but Jupiter was under the beams in May. It was kind of going through its time in the underworld. All these planets, they even the mythical kings and queens, they spent time in the underworld as an important part of discovering elements of truth, because real truth cannot really be conveyed like in a snapshot kind of thing while we're living in this body. But and that's why so many spiritual teachers speak in metaphors, because the fact that it's part of the student's work to kind of decipher the message. And also you can, that saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That's one of the reasons I love astrology, is that you can explain so much more with symbols that you really can't translate into regular like words. It's kind of like that dream that, yeah, it's such a perfect dream, but then when you wake up, it's hard to kind of give it justice with language, right? So, anyways, with Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Gemini, and even though Jupiter's, in detriment in Gemini, it's it has rulership over like these early degrees of Gemini and bounds. And the great thing about, I think, Jupiter in Gemini is connections. It'll help with making a lot of connections, which is facilitated by this Mercury. So, I hope this helped clarify some. I hope this wasn't too much technical jargon in this video, but there are some tougher aspects coming in June. So like right now though, I feel like it's the best time to utilize this this Gemini stellium of energy, because I think there's a lot that's coming up. So stay tuned, and I hope you all are doing well.